the shadows way too long. You always thought that you were weak, but babe, you're wrong. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Think that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. And who cares if you might mess it up? You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Go ahead and shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up?
Hello, everyone. Well, that is really close. Hold on. Whoa, no, that is really close. There we go. Jeez. Hi, everyone, and welcome. Hopefully, you can all hear me. My headphones weren't working today. It has been a morning. Good morning, everyone. Sound is great now. That is fantastic. Woo! Hello. Literally am still exporting the things to show today. It has been a week. How is everyone doing? Are we having a good time? I haven't even done my hair. For some reason I need to sing everything. Hello to everybody who is watching. Let me just grab a hair clip. I need a hair clip. Oh my goodness. Real life. Okay, oh, is Kate not feeling well? Hold on, I'm just having a look at the comments. All right. Let me have a look. Who is here? Then I have to actually open my notes. You know, in that countdown, normally what I do is I'm like checking cameras and making sure all the uploads are in there, cleaning up my room because it's a mess. And today I was trying to, I lost one of my InDesign files. Anyway, I found it with like, I found it just on when I had to push the live back. And yes, I've been trying to export everything in time for the live, so I do apologize. And then when I went to go live, YouTube decided to log me out. And then because, you know, two-factor authentication and all that sort of stuff, it just took a little bit longer than expected. And then Lachlan commandeered the downstairs toilet. Okay. So, hello. Let me just grab up my thing that I can't find. My list of what I need to do today. I mean, I know that I have so many of the things to show you all. And I am super excited for this because there is a lot. And for those who, I'm really running on autopilot at the moment. There we go. I found it. I found the things. Let me say hi. Okay, hold on. There's been some things. There's tornadoes in Kentucky. Oh, I hope everybody's okay. I'm in Texas, but lately we haven't had any tornadoes. Oh my gosh. I hope everybody's staying safe. Thank you for the thumbs up, whoever that was. Waiting excitedly for all the previews today. Just received my Heartfelt Home kit. And I'm about to open it while waiting. Yes, I hope you love the Heartfelt Home. It turned out so beautifully. Oh my gosh. We had tornadoes last night. Diane, I hope you're staying safe. That is intense. You're safe. But some friends lost everything. Oh no. That is just absolutely horrible. Along with some deaths. Oh my gosh. Well wishes to everybody who is impacted. Wow, there seems to be a few of them. Oh, happy Hanukkah. Thank you, Laurie, for mentioning that. Happy Hanukkah to those who celebrate. Wow. Yeah, that's there's a lot of crazy weather going on out there. Okay. Let's say hi to Candy and Maria and Laurie and Diane and Lorena and Sherelle and Michelle and Myra. Candy, I think I've said Candy already. Lisa, Sherry. My memory is terrible this morning. Julie. I'm driving the struggle bus this weekend. I'm sure I am happy for this live and for you great folks in this chat. Yes, that's one thing I love seeing everybody chatting before. So even though I'm doing like a million other things, I love seeing everybody doing the chat. And you know, just connecting with each other. Hi Marcy, Misty, Auntie Alex. Who else have we got? Shannon. Is the sound low? Let me know if the sound is low. Oh, that might have been my issue with my headphones earlier, because I think last week the background sound was a little bit loud, so I turned it down. So it must have turned it down on all of the sounds. So I do apologize. There's supposed to be some really cool waiting music. Hi, Leah. Hi, Lindsay. Hi, Dana. There's a lot of people. Hi, Kiva. Denise, you're still in bed. Oh, Denise, you're still sick. Hi, Coralie. How is Indy feeling? Indy is much better than last week. We got a little bit. She rested like so much the other day. I think she slept most of the day. So her sleep is all out of whack, but she's feeling much better. So thank you for asking. The sound is perfect now. Oh, good. Okay, everybody seems to be okay. Hi, who was it? Bianca, Candy, Tracy, Sandra. Yeah, it has been a day. Look, to be honest, sometimes when I have days like today, oh, hi, Jessie. Sometimes on days like today, I'm like, oh, I just really want to cancel the live because I feel like I don't have my ish together. And then I'm like, I can't today because I have so much to share and talk about that I literally cannot today. So you're just going to have to put up with a very scattered, very blah, all over the place me. Hopefully I'll settle into the live like I did last week. Oh, I got hold on, from Jill, I got my first PA kit today. Hut for Home is so beautiful, and now even more excited about the kits and kits to come and all the changes. It's so beautiful. Thank you so much. A big shout out to Jamie for all of her hard work and help. Absolutely. So as part of Indy being sick, I've been sort of fighting off being sick, which the lovely headaches and migraines have been coming with it. So I am on top of that, huge release. Who wanted to change all this stuff? Who was the just crazy person who was like, let's just change everything, not just the sub, let's just change everything. Oh wait, hold on, that was me. But as I hate using the word crazy and insane, but I think I need more vocabulary. As monumentous as the change has been and the workload has been, I feel that it is totally worth it. The problem, it's me. Yeah, it's me. Don't come for me, Taylor. Oh, big hugs to Bianca. Okay, so Bianca has mentioned that her mastectomy is on the 28th, so big hugs out to Bianca. Juliana, this is my first time watching your stream. Ordered the celebration stickers. Yay! Oh no, Angela, go rest. Go rest. Migraines are no fun. Shannon, I'm in the process of changing all the things too, but I don't have as much stuff as you. Yeah, it is a lot, and I couldn't do it without the team here. So thanking them so much because it has just been epic. And yeah, so on top of that, we've started school holidays here in Australia, and both kids are now home. Both kids have finished school for the year. Indy's birthday is in less than a week. I'm sure she'll give me a countdown if she comes in. But yeah, it has just been so much. Now, I can hear a Michael walking down the hall. I'm wondering if that's for me. No, I don't think it's for me. Let me jump into... Hi.
Do you need to tag out for a bit, or are you okay?
Do you have stuff that you need to update people's on? Because I could do with a few minutes to load in these pictures that I exported.
Sure.
But if you don't, I can just do it on the fly. Because you know what? It's that sort of a day. Hold on. So as part of today's previews, I'm going to throw... Oh, hold on. I just remembered something. Forgot to pause my syncing. Our internet is about to be upgraded, which is very exciting because it is a mess in here. Over that side of the room, everything has just been shoved. Whenever I am in design mode, everything comes out of the drawers, everything comes out everywhere. Thank you so much, Bianca. Don't forget to like and subscribe, everyone. I can't imagine all the behind-the-scenes work you've been doing on top of taking care of the kids. Oops, sorry. Hopefully you're taking care of yourself. This must be stressful. It has...
Are you taking care of yourself, lady?
I have got, like, my lips are cracking. I'm breaking out. I am...
Sounds like somebody needs some sort of spa stuff for Christmas.
Someone needs a month off.
Well, you're taking a month off.
Wild isn't time off.
You're not going to have fun.
I am going to have fun,
There's
but
no
I'm going to
rule
be
that says-
working like crazy. Move that over.
There's no rule that says
There you go.
that time off has to be non-work.
Linda, go to sleep. 4:30 in the morning. What did you say? There's no rule that time off doesn't mean work.
No, there's no
Did I
rule
hear
that
that wrong?
says you can't enjoy your work. In fact, you should enjoy your work. Otherwise, you're not having a very enjoyable life, really.
Yeah.
So I just want to give a quick update on a few things while Sam creates.
Finishes
Things.
prepping.
I actually thought that I was coming in to give Sam a bit of a break because she hasn't been to the bathroom and she's very busting. So maybe I'll come in later and give her a second break for that.
Yep.
Or I
That
could
might
just...
be needed. Or you could do the show and tell.
I could do show and tell. Or I could slurp on my drink.
I don't think people would like that very much.
No, it wouldn't be very good for the audio, I guess. But this is a visual medium, so there's that. And it adds to the humour of the situation.
Okay.
If you're meaning, oh, I forgot how to drink then. I
Oh, no.
spilled it all over myself. So, sorry. These chairs are not made for sitting in close proximity to
They're
one
not.
another.
They've got big arms on them.
So I'm squishing in. I'm invading Sam's personal space right now. So really, the few things that I wanted to talk about were just those logistical matters that are all sorts of fun. Yes, people are commenting on my huge ice. I have
Giant ice cubes.
Our freezer actually makes its own ice cubes, but they're regular
Well,
sized, and it hasn't worked for
when
about
it wants to.
it hasn't worked for about 3 years properly. It kind of occasionally just pops them out, and we're like, oh, that's interesting.
Thinks about life. We
Yeah.
hear this, plop, plop, plop. We're like, oh, the fridge has pooped.
But in the meantime, I have that's right, the fridge is pooped. But in the meantime, I have just large ice cubes, and I like them because they make my iced tea nice and chilled. It's delightful. So I'm here to talk about all of the boring things that are necessary, though, which is all things shipping. So the good news that I've got is that for most services, there's still another day or two if you want something prior to Christmas. It's not necessarily guaranteed, but it should get to you as long as it's ordered before the 12th. That's tomorrow. Next day, it should arrive to most of our customers in the US, UK, Australia, New Zealand, and parts of Europe. There's other parts of Europe where it's already too late. There's parts of I think South America, it's already too late. Canada, you should be all right for the next day or so in terms of if there's anything you want to grab and have it before the big day. So that's that. The other piece of good news really is that the warehouse, other than Christmas Day itself and New Year's Day, is not shutting over that period. So anything you order will go out rather promptly, and I hope that you, those of you that ordered during the Black Friday sale, would have seen that it was a pretty impressive turnaround in terms of when the orders were placed and shipped. And I think most Black Friday orders have arrived already, which is excellent. And of course, thank you to all of those who supported us during that sale. And I hope that you were able to score something that you really loved. And I know also, and I saw that you were saying hello to a few new people in our chat today.
There are.
So to all the new people, welcome. My name is Michael. I ride off the coattails of this one. I'm like Sally. I didn't even bring a pencil on day one. And my job is just to make sure that product gets to you as quickly as possible. And I'm supported in that very ably by our warehouse in China in Next Smart Ship, who have been absolutely fabulous. So I guess that's the good news for those things. The other piece of good news that I've got is around Arctic Adventures. So this is hot off the presses for Sam. I've got to go.
You've got to go. I just heard that news too.
I'll be right back, and I'll tell you about the Arctic Adventures good news.
Yeah, that's a Lachlan needs a bit of assistance. Sorry everyone. Yeah, Mr. Planners Anonymous, absolutely. And hello to Teresa, your granddaughter. I was actually I did this really nice mock-up of the inside of the planner because everybody's been asking about the inside of the Melody, just, dropping some thunder in there. And it didn't export properly. And so I just want to make sure that I have that because it is pretty cool looking and it shows sort of the system working together. Cliffhanger! Yeah, so this shows how much I was listening. Lachlan and Indy are at home at the moment, so it is all stations go all the time. I'm so organised today. So yes, Jamie is a rock star. Jamie has been helping me out, to be honest. She, let's highlight Jamie. Because Jamie is an integral part of our team at the moment. She is, helping me with designs, helping out on customer service, helping me get organized, wrote up my what I need to say today, and is absolutely cheering me on in the background and also, trying to help me get enough sleep by doing a whole bunch of products and things like that in the background with me. And helping me to organize my brain. Anybody who watches these knows that my brain is quite scattered, especially at the moment when we have big releases on, there is so much to do. Now, instead of just waiting for Michael, because I know it is getting late for a fair few people out there. Hi, Sharon, you're not, well, you're a little late, but that's okay because it has just been a little bit everywhere today. So you've missed, oh no, Michael's back. That's good because I need to find this file. I really want to find this file because it looks so pretty. I've got one more file to find and then I'm good to go.
I'm back, I think temporarily because he was not receptive to my efforts to help. But that's okay. I can roll out of here when I need to. So I was talking about Arctic Adventures, which is good news. So Arctic Adventures is the kit that was billed to most people on the 1st of November. That's correct. But yes. It was the window between the 28th of October and the 27th of November. So if you'd ordered a subscription kit in that time period, it will have been for Arctic Adventures. The great news is that we have the bonus item already. Do you have that here? It's in Sam's mystery box. And not only do we have the bonus item is also at the warehouse. The rest of the kit is due to arrive at the warehouse this week, which will mean, so the published schedule has it shipping on the 18th, which is kind of our normal cadence. The good news is it will be almost certainly shipped out Friday or Saturday of this week. So with shipping timelines, obviously Christmas and those kind of things in the way, there's an outside chance it'll get to people just after Christmas. I would say probably just before New Year's rather than just after Christmas. But if it ships this week, that's like the 15th, 10 to 11 days to most people. Christmas is going to add a few days to that. So that's the good news. So Arctic Adventures is on its way very shortly.
Awesome. I can't wait to play with that. So one of the things that happens is when I'm designing the new stamps and the new products, I grab the old templates. Now this month we've had to completely redesign every single template. So everything that I had before is currently broken or only works for the old stuff. Except when I do the stamps, I bring in the old templates so I can check sizing and it sort of gives me a really good idea of how it's going to turn out. And so I bought in the Arctic Adventures stamps and I was like, oh my gosh, they're so pretty. I cannot wait to play with them. They're so cute. They are so cute. So the mystery item.
Are you going to share it?
Do you want to share it?
Well, it's really it was a joint idea. You made it though.
Okay. Well, I need a piece of paper actually, because that's like I'm surprised that my computer's letting me. What's in the box? What's in the box? What's in the box today? Does anybody else remember that song?
Australians of a certain vintage will, but the Americans in our audience are no doubt really scratching their heads, and the Canadians going, "What on earth is she doing?"
I'm now loving the fact that I have this box and it's perfect for the mystery item.
Well, for this one.
That's all we have is the last mystery item. Well done, Sam. Okay, inside.
Does that make that a business expense? Does it?
Yes.
All right.
The whole thing. Yay! So the mystery item was. Let me just make a little bit of space here so that I can share. Might need to zoom that in a little.
I can't see it.
It's this.
Oh yeah.
Just move it back. Okay. Let me just chuck it over to the demo.
Did you say in or out?
In. There we go. That's fine.
Okay.
Where are my scenes? There we are.
I don't know.
Demo. There you go. Would you like to open that while I...
People don't like the way I tear these when I open them.
Why? What do you do? What's wrong with what you do?
I'm brutal.
Would you like...
Something sharp. No, that's right. I brute force and ignorance did it. Nobody can see either of our faces. There we are.
There you go.
So here we are. We have a lovely tear washi. And I'm just going to find... This feels like it's rolled on the wrong way, but anyway.
Yes, it seems to change. That's okay.
Ooh, an aurora scene.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
I haven't seen it yet. It's so pretty.
I've gone
That's okay.
too far.
That's okay. It's a rip. You can rip it. You can rip.
There we go. And I guess the idea of this one, like the other tear washies, is that you layer them somehow, right?
Well, you can. You don't have to. You can use them like at the bottom of a page. It does look cool layered though.
There you go.
It looks amazing. It looks amazing.
I like it.
Up nice and close for the camera.
Very, very cool. So that item is going to be on its way to you with your Arctic Adventures kits.
Yeah.
And probably how we go back to regular.
Oh.
Regular. So probably the only other piece of news that I wanted to share, I've gone blank because you looked at me confused. I was on my roll.
I was like, what? What did you want to share?
Oh, last week I promised that I'd have heartfelt home kits up on the website by the end of the week, and they are. So if
That's
you've
quick.
been waiting on, because everything's shipped and mostly it's arrived. So,
Oh, awesome.
well, not mostly it's arrived, but a good majority of them arrived. So
Awesome.
anyway. So Heartfelt Home is available for purchase if you want it on the website. There.
Awesome.
So
Okay.
there we have it. That was my cameo, so that I could give Sam some extra time to type and those kind of things.
Yep. Well, how about we just while you're here, we have a quick chat about Friday. Was it Friday?
I got my notepad ready.
So Friday.
Indy managed to do the plan that she did in the last school holidays. The plan with me.
Hey.
Right in the very middle of my book. So every time I open it, it just naturally falls to that page and it makes me smile.
Okay, I think I am ready. Let me jump over into. Oh, whoops. Chapters, which is showing the last thing I had up on the screen in chapters. Where is that? There it is. Okay. So, what I wanted to say was, on Friday, we're going to be releasing chapters. The quarterly refresh and the release items.
Yes.
Up for pre-order. Limited pre-order, because we've already ordered a bunch of stuff.
Yes, I was going to be the asterisk guy and say, well, it's a pre-order.
Yes.
Yeah. So the items that we're waiting on finalisation for have been all but finalised. So now we're just waiting on that to come through.
Yep.
Which means that those few items won't stop the rest of it going up Friday.
Yeah.
At the very least. So we're expecting the pre-order to go live on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
We have run into some production delays on the notebook in particular. And I think a few of the other items, maybe the dividers.
Yeah.
And I think the charm as well are going to be a little bit, when I say charm, I mean
the
locket. Are going to be a little bit slower than we'd hoped because our production partners are coming now into their Chinese New Year ramp up.
Yeah.
Yes, Candy Australian Friday, so your Thursday. So the production looks like it's going to have everything ready the first week in January, maybe the end of the first week more than the beginning of the first week, which is essentially going to have it shipping out middle of January and should be with most people by the end of January, we expect.
Yeah.
So in terms of the timing of that, it is, you've blocked me off again. Oh, okay. In terms of the timing of that, there'll be a pre-order window which will have the early bird pricing on it, and then you can order it obviously at any point after that. Only obviously the pre-orders are guaranteed purchase. However, we think the numbers that we're ordering, you'll have a little bit of leeway if you can't, because we understand that Christmas budgets can be tight. We're living that experience.
We feel that.
We're having to spend $7 for a bar of chocolate, those kind of things. It's ridiculous.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
We're totally on board with that.
Yeah.
So the 6 monthly release, which is the melody.
We're going to go through all that in
okay.
I think. Yeah.
So I don't want to jump on that, but the stuff that Sam's releasing every 6 months will be available for shipping at the same time as the quarterly refresh.
Yeah.
So you'll get all of that as a big bundle.
Yeah.
But the chapters subscription kits should be shortly before the release items, we think, depending on production timelines.
Yeah. We're just in that time of the year where we're fighting for production to get on the production spots because they're all, which sucks because we work so hard to get ahead. But I think it still should be on time, the subscription. So yeah.
Yes, so quarterly and 6 monthly stuff will be up on Friday for sale as a pre-order. So the way we do those pre-orders, we'll run the same sort of pricing mechanic that we did for Coastal Escape.
There's a few new products though.
There are a few new products, but what I was talking about was the pricing. So there'll be an early bird discount applied for the first 7 days. For the first 5 days, it'll be super early bird, and for the next 3 or 4 days, it'll be just early bird. Which will, I think, save you 10% on the cost of them. So that's the chapter's release in terms of the timing.
Now I get to go through pretties.
Now you get to go through the pretties, and you can replace my ugly head.
My daughter. Oh, don't say that. Not ugly. My daughter. Sorry, I was just reading this at the same time. My daughter was in Australia 2 weeks ago. Couldn't believe the prices of things there. Yeah, we pay a fortune. We pay so much more because we've got the Australia tax, which pays for Australian jobs, really. And I guess that's how we have it justified to us. But anyway, so the early bird prices will start on Friday. And did you say how long that would last for? While I wasn't listening.
Yeah, I did. I surely did. So Friday is the 15th. How about we run the early bird pricing all the way up until the sleigh arrives?
Yep.
Early bird. There'll be a super early bird, which will be the first half of that, and then early bird for the next second half.
Yep.
And the reason we do that is because we have to place our orders in the first day or two of that, so we want to make sure that we're getting it about right.
Well, some of it we've already placed.
We've already placed the order for the melodies, so if that tanks, then we're...
I don't think it will. It's gorgeous. It's so pretty.
It's true. I'm just a nervous kind of person.
So,
so we can work that out when we get to it.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. Well, I'm going to start doing the previews. So it's going to overthrow you. So I don't know whether you want to sit there or...
No, I'm going to go see if Lachlan
Lockie.
wants to help.
Yeah.
I'll be back. I'll probably be back later.
Okay.
See ya.
See ya. Tissues. Okie dokie. Okay, this feels very bright in here today. All right. That's why it feels so bright. The brightness is way too far up. All right. So let's jump in and go through. Now these are in a little bit of a mixed order, so I do apologize. I'm going to try and show them as best as I can in the right order. So for the previews, we have whoops, one moment. So we have oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. So get my stuff together, Sam. Now, during the week, or over the last couple of weeks, I should say, we have been sharing previews of chapters in our Facebook group. These are coming to Instagram very soon. We have definitely been prioritizing our group, but also we held back on a few previews because we wanted to show them to the people in here first who are hanging out with us, because, you know, I know that it does get a little bit chatty, like especially today when I'm a little bit more scrambled because I've been working a little bit more. So I do have some new things, as well as going over some of the other things that have been shared in the group, and the reason why is because I know that there might be some extra questions that I can go through, and I also like talking about the different elements in the design. So first one up is, this is in Planner Lover, but it's also in the Sticker Lover. It is the folder that holds the stickers. We've got a few nice little elements on this. I was like, do I show this as its own separate item? And Jamie was like, yeah, absolutely. You've put so much effort into these, and they're really cool on their own as well. So we designed these based on the Go Wild. So these were a trial for us. We wanted to see how people love them without doing it for the full subscription. And they went down really well. So it's going to be similar to this. It's going to be a little bit wider because the sticker sheets are a 5.3 inch wide. A 5.3 inch wide folder, and yeah, and so up in the top corner there is a little splash up in the top which shows you what kit it relates to. So the idea is if you've got them like on the strings inside the melody and there's a few of them in there, you can sort of see really quickly which one that you're having a look at. Which one? Haha, because the first one's one. And then it's got on the folder flaps, it's got like a little message in there saying you are enough, and that'll change. And the pictures of the flowers will change with the flower of the month, because we do have a flower every month this year. Then we jump into the stickers. Now, I previewed these last week. I can go through them. I'll probably go through them. Maybe I'll go through them a little bit later. The stickers have been completely redesigned basically from scratch. There's maybe one or two pages that have been commandeered on the way through. I don't have the mini stickers to show you. That was the other thing I was trying to export. But I was struggling with exporting that because it is quite a large file. But the minis... I
didn't get that. Could you try again?
Thanks, Gary. So the Katie has asked, well, the different folders look different from the side of the spine. So they'll have a different color, but there's no actual like folded spine, if you get what I mean. So, I mean, you will see the different colors along the edge. I love the idea of them being numbered, so helpful. But yes, the minis are definitely still in there. They are basically the same page as what we have had previously, just on way better sticker paper, not clear. Because now we have the really cool sticker paper. And I have to say, I'm sorry to the person who asked in the group, like, can you tell me more about the sticker paper? And I'm like, oh, it's sticky. That was me. So yeah, they are they are thinner, and I have noticed that the sample that we got given, so it's another company's book, but I don't know which company exactly it is, because it's just sort of like artwork on papers and then white labeled. But the clear sticker paper is like, so once you get the edge up, it is difficult to pull the first edge up, but once you get it up, it's like butter. There's no little notches where it sort of doesn't cut through all the way. Every single sticker I have peeled up has been so much easier. I asked the supplier and I said, okay, so what's the easiest way to get these to start to pull up? And they told me, which I've seen a few other people say on YouTube and things like that, which is to pull the negative space up first. So that way, when you're pulling the stickers, you're just literally pulling the stickers up. And that is the easiest way to do it on the clear. But they are so simple to pull up once you've gotten that done. And they look fantastic on the book too, on your page too. Can you explain, re-explain the difference between the, maybe I should start with that. Yeah, okay. I'm a current monthly subscriber. Okay, so, and bear with me because I do have these like preview overlays, but I haven't looked at them in a few weeks. So that's my current one. I'm just trying to find the full previews that I did. So, okay, so how it works is we have the setup, which is a whole bunch of individual items. We have the refresh, which is a whole bunch of different items. Now, some of these items, we have made a few changes from the last time we spoke. We moved a few items out of the, even though they're going to be done quarterly, they're out of the, like the bulk refresh item, if that makes sense. So, for example, the desk stand, which is like this guy here, that has been moved up into, like, it's part of one of the refresh, but it is a separate item. But and the stickers in the refresh will be a separate item. So if you want 2 or 3 of those, you can, but the rest of it will be all put together. So that way it's, it sort of tells a story. Okay. Now I do have some pictures. I'm going to go through these in a second, but this is the chapters release. So you've got the melody, the dividers, the notebook, the locket, and I've got more pictures of the locket, and a pencil case. Now let me just jump back into I've got a lot of questions coming through, which is understandable. Yeah, there are a lot more flowers. So one of the reasons why I've put a lot more flowers in is because they're super versatile, really. You don't just have to use them in your planner. You can use it. I was making a card the other day for Indy's teacher, and I put the flowers on the corner of the envelope. There are a million different ways to use the flowers that aren't just in your planner, which is one of the reasons. The other thing is, flowers you can cut through, you can cut up, you can turn them into like 4 or 5 stickers when they're really just one sticker. They don't have, some of them do, but they don't generally have an orientation, so you can flip them around. So they're super versatile. And they don't need to be, I was just saying, cards. You could use them on the dividers as well. You can use them almost anywhere. Thank you for enabling me to buy multiple copies of the stickers. Yeah, I'm a big flower lover. I love the flowers on my planner. I just find they're really versatile. Okay, next image. Next image. I've got so many images in this. Okay, next image is we. Oh, thanks. Let's jump into the paper lover. Oh, that was new. Let me show the papers first. So the papers we did show, I believe, in the group. Did I show them last week? Last week was like 3 months ago. So we've got these gorgeous papers. We've got sorry, it's very noisy here during school holidays. We've got the succulents and the peonies, and the succulent was a gift from Viv to Alex. Sorry, I couldn't remember just then. And we've got this really nice little like paint smooshed background. You'll hear me refer to it as a smush, but it's like the palette knife painting. And then we have some of the letter, not the story, but like a side note to the story. We've got these really cool little rocks, stones, which like have sort of aspirational words on them. We've got the apartment, and we've got this journaling spread page. And then we have the quote cards. Now, I love quote cards. I did them. They are similar to the quote cards that were in Coastal Escape. So the same thickness. So I absolutely love them. And you'll see here there's a whole bunch of different things. The failure card is my favorite card, so it was really fun to rewrite. There's a good mix of sort of large quotes, some like deco bits and pieces, and then there's a couple of sections in there which is like on a notepad with the side tear washi on it, and it's given you a space to write in them too. So yeah, these are the quote cards for the month, and these are exclusive to the Paper Lover pack. Yeah, hooray, the quote cards back. So these are going to be a staple every month. I love them as tip-ins and journaling cards. Yeah, and that's the other thing. You can use them that way. In the quarterly refresh, there's a pocket that fits them as well. So you will want to get the quarterly refresh. I like the quote cards, but don't know how to use them when they're double-sided because I can't stick them in. Well, Candy just had a great idea. So you can use the washi on the side to sort of flip them over, which is a great idea. Is this showing the front and the back of the quote cards? Yes. So there's 6 quote cards in total. This is the front and the back of the cards. But yeah, if you use like you could also use just like clear tape along the side, to like on one side and then clear tape on the other side, and that way I like the clear, is it Scotch tape, where it's like matted look, so it doesn't actually look, yeah. The other thing that you can do, which I have done, is you can laminate them and make the laminate run a little bit wider and then punch the laminate and then have it in your planner. Yeah. And that way you're not actually damaging the card. So that's another idea. Oh, and a few people have also said that as well. Okay, so that is the quote cards, which I'm loving how they turned out. And then we have I believe this is the paper pouch. I did this bit really quick, so I hope that this is the right one. There are 2 different size pouches, and they both have different quotes on them. And you'll notice the theming of the quotes, and the quotes will change every month. The pouch also has the 1 at the top as well, which is like the sticker folder. So that way it's easy to work out when you've got it like all up in a row, you can see which one's which. And if you have your own storage, because I know a few people do, then you can just use these as project bags or gift them. Pencil cases, never have enough pencil cases. Okay, now we're going to jump over into Planner Lover. Now, the Planner Lover, so this is the new art card, which it's a character card. It's got the main character of the kit, so the next one will have the next character, and on the back is a letter. And now that letter, I sort of tossed up and I was like, how can I show this card without sharing this letter? Because even when I receive it here, I'm not going to show it on the live. I want everybody to have a little bit of a moment when they receive the Planner Lover kit, to have this little moment of reading this letter to themselves. So this is a letter. So there is more story coming, but this is a letter. And I hope that you will love this letter so much. I hope that it speaks to you and helps you on your own little journey as well. I myself will be, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with this letter a little bit later on. Okay, and then next up we have the washi card. So actually, let me bring up the washi, because I shared the washi once before. We've got this really cute, small little, I think we called it Vibe Fetty from the letter, from the story that matches with the story. We've got the paint smushes. We then have two different patterned washi. So we've got that journaling story. We've got like the stones for this month. And then the specialty washi for this month is the floral, that floral border. I loved it so much. I just could not wait. I'm so excited. I love the surprises and I love this idea. I'm guessing that's of the letter that you get to read once you open it up. It's really hard because once upon a time I didn't show previews at all. Well, hold on. Until after the first, after the first month. So after all the charges have gone through, then I would start showing previews because it was a bit of a surprise box and it was very different. Whereas now I'm working towards, and this month was a little bit different, but working towards showing more a little bit earlier, but also hiding more and more bits and pieces so it's a subscriber exclusive. Now, the reason why I've shown more this time is because it is brand new, and I wanted people to know what they were purchasing. So, yeah. I do love that floral washi. It reminds me of my grandma who loves peonies. Maybe I'll make her a card. I'm sure she would love that. That's a great idea, Candy. That is a wonderful idea. So then we take the washi and we put it onto the washi card. Now, just so you know, the washi card does not actually have the printed washi on there. The washi card is it's like a frosted, translucent, not transparent, translucent card with white print. Now, the reason why I did this is because I wanted it to be really not distracting from what's on it. At the bottom of the card, it will have the name of the kit and also Planners Anonymous, and then the top of it, it has a little quote. And the reason for that, and I'm going to show you, because I have been making little mock-ups of these to make sure that they all fit really nicely, is it actually sits up in the pocket of the melody. And I think this was the shorter one. I think I made it slightly taller for it to fit all the washi, so it sort of sits roughly around here. So you can have it in there with your washi on it to use it as you're going through, or you don't have to have your washi on it. You could use it, hold on, let me go through one idea at a time. So you could have it in here with your washi on it at the end of the month, or once you're, you've sort of gone through that washi, you can take it out. You can then use it for storage. So just using one of the circle, like not a keyring one, but the ones that sort of clamp open and shut. And you can have the whole year on these little cards, so they're all going to match, which is one of the reasons why they're clear and not coloured. Not clear, translucent. Yes. And if you're not wanting to use the washi cards like that, then you can always put like some ribbon on the top in that hole and use it as a bookmark. Or a today, you could punch it along here and use it as a today mark in your planner. So there's so many different ways. Great idea to push the washi card in there. And yeah, there's the really big thing about chapters and why it has been such a big remake is because it's a system. It's not just individual products. They all work well together. Maria has asked, will there be a new melody for every quarterly refresh? No. that would I don't think I could survive that. That would be too much work. Frosted, thank you, Jamie. The frosted card. Okay, and so then we jump onto the notepad. So the notepad and the sticky notes. So the notepad is, and I had this out and I put it away. I've had so much stuff on my desk lately and I'm like, I need a clean desk for my life. Anyway, the notepad is the same size as the Christmas Deck the Halls one, and it actually sits perfectly along this here. If you don't have a melody, you can obviously still use it, but it is designed to work within the melody as well. I use mine as a little scribble pad on my desk for just really quick notes, which is why it has gone missing in the cleanup. And then we have the Planner Lover pouch, which is a smaller size pouch. Oh, sorry, let me just go back. I forgot to talk about the sticky notes. So the sticky notes, they are a smaller size, just slightly bigger than a standard vertical box. And that way, I thought it would be really cool if you had it. So I really like that scattered journaling paper that I do. It's probably one of my favorites because you get so many elements from the kit in it, and it describes the planning process, the scrapbooking process, the memory keeping process. It's what I feel like when I've got everything out. And I really like, I think I even did it. Yeah. I mean, this is a different version of it, but there's like, I did a divider with just the Polaroid part of it. The photo frame part of it. So I wanted the sticky notes to be something like, if you wanted to put it over the top of that, you could. So that's the idea for how that works in as well. And that's the same with your spreads. If you want to put it over the spreads, it sort of looks like pages flying over the top of your spreads. So yay, thank you. I know I've said it before, but I have to say it again. Chapters is so awesome. Thank you so much. Yay for notepads and sticky notes. I like to have lots on hand. Team notepads and sticky notes. And this is the thing. I think it's very easy to go through a pad of sticky notes and notepads once a month, because they're only a small pad. I think they're like 30 or 40 pages, or I think the notepad might be 30 pages and the sticky notes are 40, or vice versa. Michael can, if he's back and not sitting with Locky still, Michael can confirm that. But it's really simple to go through them all, and I want you to use them all. Thanks, Candy. Candy, you're so good at this for me. Like and subscribe if you're enjoying what you're seeing so far. Then we have the smaller pouch for Planner Lover. Again, with that top corner, which is the sort of like the index, and a little quote from Alex on there, and the color, the flower of the month. 40 pages of notes, 30 pages for sticky. Thanks, Michael. Okay, now I'm going to jump into one of my favorite items on the refresh. The refresh is sort of where I can play around with. There's like a staple, like a quarterly refresh accessories pack, and this is probably one of my favorite items. And you may notice that one of the journaling cards had this notepad sort of writing, notepad layout background. It's actually from PAU, throwback. And so I wrote this little, I guess, poem for it. I used to love writing poetry as a kid, so this is sort of giving me little throwbacks. Actually, no, Alex wrote it. So ripping out my doubts, making fears fall apart. With each new page, I'm in my beautiful heart. Now, this is currently with our supplier. They are checking to make sure, because what I wanted to do was I wanted to have it shaped almost like, I can't pull this out of my, because I've actually super glued my washi stand together, but it's got like more of a deckled rough edge than this. And the idea is so that you can actually use it as a paper tear. Now, our suppliers are triple checking that that is possible to do, that with the smaller edges. So it's like a deckled edge. I used to love doing it when I was a photographer. But it does mean that some of the tips might be a little bit sharper, so you do need to be a little bit careful with it. But no sharper than, say, like the point on here, but it should be okay to do. And I'm really excited because I wanted it to look like a torn page. So I hope that, it feels like that hits the right spot for a lot of people. And yeah, it's something that I would love to see on my desk every day as well. This is so beautiful. Yay! Will the melody and refresh items be coming in bundles? So some of the refresh items will, but the melody will not. Because I know some people love the melody and want to use it, but other people, it's just not the right size for them, and I don't want them to miss out on all the other bits and pieces. So it is for torn washi, and yeah, so all the ripped paper. So you can rip your washi with this. It is a washi cutter, but I also wanted to design it so that you could sort of slide it down and tear off pieces of paper to make it a little bit easier too. So it is in that thicker acrylic. I am waiting to hear back from the supplier on that. Now there is a pocket, as I mentioned, in the quarterly refresh, and that's to hold your journaling cards. Now, and so that you can easily swap them over. I have made this bigger than the pocket that was in this set. The reason why is so that you can fit a few more of the quote cards in. It's got "Here's to the journey within," which, yeah, is another, because there's a whole bunch of like journey quote cards in there. Oh yeah, here you go. That's a good point, Michael. There will still be the different buy it all bundles so that you can just go onto the website and click buy it all. That's a really good point. Thank you, Michael, for that. Now, one thing that everybody has been asking about, which is one of my favorites, is the locket. Oops, that is the first locket. Okay, hold on. I need to go into the, let me come back to this part of the locket. Let me go into the release part of the locket. So, whoops, didn't do my outlines right. Okay, so the locket is available as part of the release, which means it's separate. Okay, so it comes with the actual locket. It comes with a disc saying it's a new dawn. It comes with the gems, the different colored gems, and a specialized gem. Now I'm just waiting to hear back from my supplier if I can definitely confirm that gem. Not the gem, sorry, the XOXO. I'm hoping that I can. And so that is the initial release, because I wanted to make sure that you actually got something in the, when you ordered the locket, and you didn't have to necessarily get the quarterly accessories pack. So because in the quarterly accessories pack comes not the locket, but the stuff inside, so that you can take it out and change it over, the charms inside. Yeah. So it's and every month, every quarter, there in the quarterly refresh, I couldn't remember which way to point. Every quarter there will be a new disc and the new gems and a new little charm. So it is going to be amazing, and that is also designed to hang off the side of your melody as well. The next part we have is it's designed to clip onto the spine of the melodies. So one of the things that I like to do is I like to keep the melodies, the spines really simple. And the reason for that is so that when you do hang stuff off the spine, that it really makes it shine, right? So, and not only that, but it looks really nice along when you've got them lined up and you've got a few of them. So yes, that is correct. It is a nice size to clip onto the side of the melody. Will the charms in the refresh come in some sort of a box to store the gems in when not in use? That is a good thought. I did not think of that. Thank you very much, Tracy. I will take that into consideration. Will the locket be available for separate purchase? I want several. Yes. So the initial locket, which was this, and it has it's the new dawn and a couple of the gems and a charm in there. That is its own purchase. Okay. But the only way to get the refresh of it is through the quarterly accessories. Okay. Next up is we have the dividers. Now this is just a sneak preview. I'll show some more next, through the week, because this is launching on Friday. But so the dividers matches the outside front cover. We've got the beautiful colors down the side, and then, so you're gonna have to use your imagination, but it looks amazing. There's the different palette knife swooshy paintings to match the first 6 months. Oh, thank you. The locket is genius. So cool. Thank you so much. if you click buy all, will the locket be in there? Yeah, because that's a buy all. We'll have a few different packages. One will be like the quarterly, one will just be the separates. We'll work all that out. But yeah, once the locket is sold out, it will be gone. Like that's you need to, like with all of these items, once they're sold out, that is it. Now the next thing, oh, I just realized that I didn't share before I get to the next part, is the die cuts. I forgot to share the die cuts. So the die cuts are also up in our group. Jamie put together a really cool video where it's like it flicks through all the different die cuts. There's like a little envelope in there so that you can stick that into your planner too. There's a bunch of the photo frames as well, so that you can put your own photos in. It's a really amazing set of die cuts in the Paper Lover pack. Can we get a price range for the pre-orders on Friday? So a lot of them are very similar to what was in the Coastal Escape range. For anything that's new, we will have that. We're just waiting back from a few of our suppliers on that. And once we know, we will confirm with everybody. Okay, so, oops, the dividers. And then the next thing is the notebook. So the notebook, I sort of shared it was like a half-baked idea of where I was heading with the notebook. You'll be all happy to know that these smooshes stayed. So this is a cutout, like this is one of my, am I happy with how it looks? I'm just sort of doing a test print of it. So we've got the beautiful, oh, that's the front. We've got the beautiful smooshes on the back that has absolutely stayed. And then on the front, I've kept this in my main character era, or I've added, I should say, because that's new. That was designed as part of the first kit. In my main character era, you can see all the smooshes up the top as well. And I wanted to integrate the like side of the melody as much as I could within the notebook cover. Now, one of the other things that we are working on, is and I've tried this myself, okay, is a set of rub-ons to go with. And the idea is that you can use the rub-ons on top. Now, I have tested it. It does work. It works really well. And so that you can put your own like text down the side, or you can letter on the side if you are an amazing letterer person, which there are so many people, or if you just want to write down the side, you can do all that. So that's why I've had the edging blank. And yeah, the rub-on, so there'll be some flowers, there'll be some all sorts of different pieces in there. Yeah, so that, oh, I also forgot to, where's my stamps? Hold on. Did the stamps not show? They didn't import. I was like, where's my stamps? How rude. But yeah, this is what I'm here for, the melody, of course, and the locket. Yeah. So that is the idea behind the sidebar. And not only that, but also when you have them, I think it was Katie mentioned earlier about having like the sticker folders on the desk or like on a shelf, you can see them all. The same thing is with the notebooks. So I'm hoping that these sell really well, that we can do 1 1/4, and that way we can do there'll be different colors along, and it's sort of like a journey of the 4 of them as we go along through the year. Yeah, it's a lot, so that's really reasonable, I think. And yeah, look, there's going to be some stuff that's like that. I always hate saying you could always come back and buy it later, because that depends on if there's stock. We do think we've ordered enough. Like, as you can tell, there's still a lot of our past stuff that's still in the store. So yeah, there's a good chance that you'll be able to purchase later, but we're not going to guarantee it. Yeah. Okay, so then let me jump into, so that is the notebook, and I'm really happy with how it's done. And I think, hold on, I saw a really cool comment up here, which was, oh my gosh, yes. Rub-ons for the notebook to customize it are such a fun idea. Yeah, I wanted to try something different. I'm really trying to bring through the whole creativeness into more than just the stickers. stickers. Okay, next thing I wanted to show, and I don't have the melody. Actually, I do have the melody closed. Let me just bring that in. Oh, hey. So here's the melody closed on the outside. Oops, it doesn't actually have the It's a New Dawn, so sorry about that. I have been chatting to the supplier about that to see if we can get that added. But the inside, so this is what it actually looks like. Sorry, I forgot that I had this one. Oh, that's a really good point. So Mary has asked, are the dividers folded so you can use them in a TN style, or are they just for rings? So they're not folded. They are an A5 size, and they are not punched. So they are like, oh, hold on. You can't see what I'm showing. Let me just hide that. So they are like this, but without the punch lines, because they're unpunched so that you can punch them for coils, discs, rings, all the different things. The other thing that you can do is, because if you're using a TN, I have seen people laminate them together, so they do make a cover. So that being said, though, if you do want to do that, because they do have, I'm just taking my planner apart, they do have the tab on the side, but you could easily cut that off to make that work. That's another idea. All the ideas. Okay, so let me just go back into the Melody Open. So, oh, Nina, that's a great idea. Not punch means I can stuff them into the A5 notebook as a hugest bookmark. Absolutely. Absolutely. Love all the different ideas, actually. Okay. And then, so this one we have is... Okay, so this is you can see there we go. We've got the outside there and the inside on the other side. Now, I do actually have a sample on the way, but I will let you know that the inside inner pockets, so the ones that are closest to the back, are a different size on my sample. Are a different color on my sample. The things that we have done differently on this one, so this is an A5 planner. So it's an A5 B6 planner. So you can fit both the A5 rings in it and the B6 rings in them. They are two different rings. We've gone for the pinks and purples and sort of those, small, very muted shades, because they fit really well with the overall general feel of the chapter's storyline. And the hearts. We love the hearts, because this is all about self-love. So we've got the hearts in there. Now, the left panel is similar, I should say, the same as the Coastal Escape panel. But the right, we've brought back the pocket and the elastic pen loop as opposed to the menu bar on the right. So there is the menu bar on the left, but not on the right. And let me just show you how I can see myself using this. So one of the things that I do is I always sort of mock together how I'm going to use this, how it's all going to look. Does it work out together? And this is how I can imagine it working. So I've got my little letter in there from Alex. I've got my my washi card in the top as well. I've got my washi cutter in there. I've got a few of my journaling cards. I've got my notebook in there. And then I've got the dividers in there. Now the dividers are A5 sized. You can feel free to cut them down. You can cut them down. But that is sort of like a mock of how it's all going to sit together. Yay! This melody is so beautiful. I can't wait to get it. It's going to be beautiful. I love the long notepad on the back. Notepad will be. We don't have one to begin with. It is something that I wanted to design, but I really ran out of time. Like I'm even running out of time to do what I've done so far. That doesn't mean that it won't. There may be one in next quarter's refresh. I'm not sure. I have not gotten that far on that yet. I'm saying maybe because it's something I really wanted to do, but just didn't get the time. But there's not one in this launch. Yeah, the notepad will sit nicely in the bottom pocket of the B6 Melody. Yes, because it's the same size as the Deck the Halls one, which we've done previously, and that was designed for the Melody pocket. So yeah, so what time will the release pre-order start? We will open that up at 11 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. So if you go onto World Clock, look up Brisbane time. We always give it in our local time. I will be putting up a post on the Facebook group and all that sort of stuff to share when that is happening. I was hoping to have that to share to like during this live. It did not happen though. Yeah. Okay, Candy. This is a really good thing because I've seen this pop up. Man, every time you show the melody, I want to buy it, but I don't think I can justify it as I don't use that size. Okay, so I used A5 for a little while. I used Happy Planner Classic, Happy Planner Mini, and then I ended up settling on a B6. And when I say B6, I mean B6 rings. And then I wanted to create something. So the reason why I went to an A5 is one, because there's more markets globally who use it. And secondly, because I can fold up a piece of paper and put a piece of paper straight in there, especially for a mental health journal, right? Now, I know that that isn't the size that everybody wants to use, so I didn't want to release an A5 until I could make it sit with the B6 rings in there too. And the B6 rings, if you put that in there, and I do have, if you go to the Coastal Escape page on the website, I do have a mock-up of what it looks like, and I will have that for this new release. I'll have it on the page as well to show what a B6 sits like compared to an A5. I will say that it doesn't feel as overly spacey. Hold on, that's not even saying it right. It looks like there's a lot more space on it when you look at it on the diagram than what there really is. I really enjoyed using it because it meant that I could put some little charms and clips at the bottom and not feel like that they were going to get damaged, because the amount of charms that I have lost in my bag from having them clipped onto the bottom of the strings, yeah, or onto the bottom of the page and things like that. Like, I have lost too many of them. I actually lost one of the ones on my keyring this week, which is devastating because I like my charms. It also gives you more space for top game and some space on the side. So when if you're like me and you have it open on your desk, and so this is an A5, but it means that you're going to be able to see more along here, which means you're going to be able to see things like, it'll sort of sit out about this far, I think. You'll be able to see the quote cards. You'll be able to see the more of the notepad that you can scribble on. So there's actually advantages to both, having it either as an A5 or having it as a B6. Now, if you've got your B6 and you love that as your everyday planner, think of this as a separate journey. Okay, you've got, this could be your mental health / it's all about me, it's my main character era journey planner. Stop showing the Coastal Escape pretties. It makes me want to buy them too. Sorry, Marianne. Such an enabler. Oh, I like, Kate, this is a great idea. I'll be using it to hold a sketchbook as I'm wanting to learn how to draw or paint in 2024. That's a fantastic idea. For those people who want to like do lettering, that's a fantastic idea too. You know, just because it's like it's a planner cover doesn't mean it has to be a planner in there. That's a really, really great idea. Thank you for sharing that. Was that Candy? Wait. Oh, I've lost the comment. It was Kate, I think. It was Kate. Thank you, Kate. Thank you, Kate, for sharing that. Okay, so everybody's working out the time. Yep, that is good. So what I'm going to do, because it's getting on, that is the chapters. No, hold on. I am going to see if I can find these stamps, because I just want to bring up the stamps. Why did the stamps hide from me? I can't even find. I can't even find where I exported them to. Oh, hold on. I know where they are. I know. Marketing website. Oh. Okay, the stamps. It's gonna come up nice and big. Okay, so these stamps, which are in the Paper Lover set, there's a few different bits and pieces in this set which will be ongoing. So there's a really nice big giant flower in there. We've got some little elements which are sort of functional-ish, deco-functional. So like the quote space. We've got a little number 1 there because it's the first kit. There's a couple of the quotes from it. So we've got It's a New Dawn. We've also got Self-Care Moment, which is one of the scripts on the in the sticker set. One moment, please, while I find that in on this page. And there's a second one, and I think I put Pamper Time on there as well. So then there's stamps. And there's also some washi strips on there and a whole bunch of icons on there too. So things like the icons will be a repeating theme throughout all the stamps in this series. There'll be different ones though. So by the end of the year, if you got every kit, you would have a whole bunch of icons to use throughout your planner. Yeah. Will we be seeing more from the quarterly release today? Only asking because I kind of got to go, but stick around. I think we've seen a lot of the things from the quarterly release. I'm trying to think. The pocket. The other thing was and I'm just waiting to hear back from my supplier on it as well, because I realized I put the wrong number of charms and things in it. Is the charm builder. So there is a paperclip builder, sorry. So I am chatting with my supplier just to get finalized details on that. And that will be in the refresh pack. Yeah. Hi.
Hi. So you gonna take a break, or are you gonna power through?
No, I need to take a break. It's getting hard for my head to focus because I do need to take a break. We haven't seen stickers from, and they're just reminding me because my brain is just sort of switched off. This is correct. This is because we have had to, just give me 2 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. So the stickers from the quarterly I have not shown. I do have a short little, and I exported this, some of the wares. Anyway, so we have, you are absolutely right. There are more products. It's just, I hadn't exported them, so they're not on my brain to talk about today. The washi stand is absolutely still coming. The stickers from the quarterly have been monumentally such a big job because we had to finish off the stickers for the kit first so that then we could go into the quarterly stickers. I'm just trying to find, and Jamie's going, I shared the link with you. I can hear you saying that, Jamie. One moment, please.
No, you can't come in here.
He can come in if he wants. Just for a second though. See how that goes. Okay, they are in chapters, products, sticker previews. Okay, well that makes sense. Okay, let me show. Okay, so I do have a couple of previews for the quarterly stickers, not the all dues. not the full thing, but we have a page of a whole bunch of different icons. And then these are going to load up massive. And then we have a page of like headers and not divided tabs, but like tabs. And then the last thing that I want to share is we have a whole bunch of headers for the month, and there's like 2 different versions of them. There's one that says like Hello January, and then there's just January on its own. And then we have a copy. Oh, that didn't export very well. A copy of the boxes from the each of the 3 months that the quarterly coordinates with. So there are a few things that are coming. There's more of those coming, but as you can tell, the colors are more generic, so that they go with that quarter. They are the base colors for that quarter. And there is a lot of consistencies with the font, so that way it works across the whole year as well. I love these. Make those. We do have some digitals on the way. I just do not want to confirm those yet. We also are going to be doing a pencil case as well. Yes, that is on the plans. I'm just finalizing the design for that too. Would you consider doing stencils in the near future to be included in Paper Lover subscription kit? Okay, so we have had a few questions about inclusions. Do you want to pop in for this one too? Michael's here. He's just about to take over from me. About the Paper Lover. Now, the Paper Lover kit was something that I feel like we discounted because we were very concerned that we were going to possibly not have as many people into the Paper Lovers. We absolutely underestimated how many people we're going to be Paper Lovers.
Yes. Yeah.
Because it's very different. We hear like a lot from certain people in the group, which is great. But that feedback sometimes feels like a lot of feedback, even though it's really only a couple of people. Yeah. So it's like, we don't want stamps, we don't want papers. And it's like, oh, okay.
That's right. The difficult thing we have is to, it's obviously the vibe of the group is driven by people who are happy to talk and share.
Yeah, which is great.
Which is great. We really value and appreciate that. There's also a lot of people who don't feel comfortable sharing or don't have time or just sort of...
Or just watch.
Yeah. We value and appreciate those people as well.
Or who aren't even in the group. And if you're not in the group, come in the group.
Yeah. So we I guess sometimes we get it right, sometimes we get it wrong based on that. And I think the Paper Lover kit is something where we consciously tried to pull cost out because we thought that if we didn't, it would be too difficult for people to justify that.
Yeah, and then we wouldn't get minimum numbers.
Yeah, but it's been fabulous to see it responded to so well.
Yeah.
So I think the question that I've seen is an extra copy of the vellum and acetate.
Yeah, and then we just had a question about like a stencil or something along those lines.
Well, I've wanted to do a stencil for a long time.
I know. The stencil would have, to be honest, if I was going to do a stencil, it was going to be in the quarterly refresh.
Yeah, I'd see it as a
You're going to miss your cup.
No, I'm not.
No. It would have been in the quarterly refresh if we had done it, and maybe that's something that we look at for the next quarter refresh.
Yeah, I kind of see it as going with the notebook. I think they make sense together. That's why I want it, because you use my notebook and I have trouble drawing straight lines.
Other planners use it. Well, that's what a ruler's for.
But I like if the line is exactly how long it should be, because then I don't have to think about, I've got to make it from there to there. It makes it easy for dummies like me.
Fair enough.
So the vellum and acetate question. So when I've costed it out, it looks like it will add an extra USD $2.20 to the kit cost because it's I know they're negligible.
To the cost for us or for
to what we would have to charge for it.
Yeah. Okay.
So whatever that is in Australian dollars is like $3.60 or something extra. So if that's achievable, then we can do that.
But the problem is we've already charged everybody for this month. And and we've already just set a new price for everything, and so we're really in that sort of awkward.
And I'll post the answer once I get some understanding from Sam about sequins. I'll post something about that too.
Yeah, and it's not something
sequins in the quarterly refresh. I like that idea. Little
people love the sequins.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mind it. I enjoy them because I like sprinkling them when I do my page previews, and I have to go through and like remix all the old ones that I've got.
And I did cheekily tell Jessie, since she's local, that she could come by and pick up some bulk lots of sequins.
Oh, really? Oh, have fun, Jessie. That'll be, yeah, there's a lot.
You could swim in them, Scrooge McDuck style.
Yeah. To be honest, there is, like, I'm getting a whole bunch of, like, requests for, like, different products. And I have to say, out of the huge bunch of items that I wanted to do, I didn't get all of them designed because I have to sleep at some stage. And I've had a lot of days recently, which were 7 a.m. mornings, working through the night, and then sleeping, 5 hours or so and getting up and starting again. It's literally a time thing. I would design heaps. And also, not just that, I guess, it's also, we know it can feel very overwhelming because we know everybody wants all the things and there's only so much cash to splash around at the moment,
That's right.
And we have to make minimums.
That is right. That is right.
I don't know if I know bulk lots.
Yeah, they're in big tubs, and it's like the mix that we used to do. We used to send them with the little jars they would come in, and some little spoons, and we'd say 2 of that spoon of that one, 1 of that spoon of that one, 3 of that spoon of that one. So they're right now they're not in their mixes. There's 1 or 2 mixes that you and Indy made up, but mostly they're just in kind of bulk lots of blue.
There's
and
a frozen
green
mix
and
in there.
things like that. Yeah. Anyway, so we'll figure that out. For the moment, but
yeah, Karen has said I think it's too early to change the kits already. Let's see how we use the kit we get.
Yeah,
that's a really good point. Yeah, I mean the quarterly we could add something in, but we're too short on time to add it into this quarterly, so maybe it's a next quarterly thing.
Yeah, we can figure something out.
Yeah,
we can figure something out.
Okay, let's jump into show and tell. Michael's going to do the show and tell today because I need a couple of minutes break.
I did the show and tell.
Yep, I know. So I just haven't loaded that in. Which one is it today? There we go.
Today is the 11th of December.
Oh my goodness. Okay,
2 weeks to go.
That's going to show the wrong one, but let me just drop this over the top.
There we go.
There you go.
I got it.
That's yours.
I'll join.
There you go. Have at it. I shall be back shortly. Oh.
Hello, everybody. So one of the great things that I get to do every week is compile a little show and tell. And it's none of our good work, but it's all yours. And I get incredibly inspired each week looking through the amazing job that all of you have done with the Planners Anonymous kits. So the first thing in show and tell today is a little thing that Katie posted showing the Heartfelt Home, I believe they're Heartfelt Home stamps. And she's used alcohol markers, I think, on them to colour them in. What a fabulous idea. I love it. So much detail from those stamps. Almost makes me want to use the stamps because then it would be like I could draw, which I certainly cannot. The next show and tell here is a creative journal page from Sharon, and she's used the Into the Wild kit. I just love the ripped paper on these. I love the use of the, I think that's the die cut along the right-hand side page there, with all of the florals, really quite neat, and it's a lovely wintry theme. Nice work, Sharon. Oh my gosh, I love this one. This is a shaker decoration that Tanya has made, and she's used elements of the Heartfelt Home kit and also the main girl from Into the Wild, and obviously a few ribbons and other things that she must have had laying about with the sequins. And I don't know for sure, but I think that's one of the acetates over the top to seal the shaker. So there are a couple of pictures of that in the group, and I saw lots of people getting in there and really loving it. What a great little use of the kit in a crafty way. Nice work, Tanya. And here is a gift list page from Shannon. So Shannon has here just used it looks like the Christmas at Home notebook. Sorry, not notebook. The Christmas at Home melody cover. With the Heartfelt Holidays kit to create a beautiful little Christmas list spread. In the theme of Christmas, here is Sharon's Deck the Halls and Heartfelt Holidays weekly spread for this week coming up. Looks like it is the season. I hope everyone's been enjoying all of the festivities if you celebrate. Here we have from Marianne a journaling page. I think there are a couple of journaling pages. I just picked one of them at random, Marianne. Hopefully, I've picked a nice one for you. And it's got a combination here. I've attributed this to Heartfelt Home, but there's actually bits and pieces of coffee and corgis on here as well. And I know on the other page it had more coffees and corgis, so I've obviously picked the wrong one. But the combination of blue and green, really quite neat. Still in the Heartfelt Home kits, we have here a weekly layout from Linda. Looks really lovely, and I think that's a Hobonichi. I'm learning. Oh my gosh! And Janice has posted here a weekly layout using elements of Heartfelt Holidays and some other things that she had laying about. Janice always does absolutely amazing work, and this is no exception. Her weekly layout looks so very festive. Here we have from Karen McLean. So Karen had set up a 2024 journal for one of her children. She's got it all planned and all rather set up in advance, so it just needs somebody to go through and then create their year from her hard work of making it all beautiful. So she's used here the Mermaid Shores setup for these couple of weeks. It looks like I picked somebody's birthday week as well, which is kind of neat. Here we have a Christmas. Oh, this is so Candy has been using the Christmas countdown booklet as a bit of a journal, and here we have the next couple of weeks. Hello, Lachlan. Puppy. I don't know where the puppy is. Do you want to sit with me? You want to sit there, okay? So this is a really great use of the Christmas countdown booklet by Candy to keep a memory keeping or journaling this year's Christmas. Love it. I've lost my next button. Hang on. Oh, there we are. So this is a weekly setup from Kelly. You can see here really festive. She's used the Deck the Halls creative kit, and it looks just fabulous.
I'm sorry.
You're sorry? What are you sorry for?
I'm sorry.
Oh, hang on. We got Mama's cords there. We don't want to run over them. It's all right. He's making himself at home.
Okay.
We have.
That's all right.
That's right. We have some. So Theta had created some really lovely gift bags and wrapping papers and all those kind of things from a whole bunch of different kits. I didn't know which picture to pick, so I picked this one, which just shows a bag featuring Chapter 3, and she's created a really lovely little Christmas tree layout there. And underneath, you can see. I think it's from Flannel. I think it's from Flannel Lover. The papers on a parcel that she's wrapped. Really neat. Here we have our monthly layout from Nancy, and Nancy is using the Deck the Halls kit. Another wonderful weekly layout here from Tamika using Heartfelt Home. I really love the washi tape on the bottom with the cardinals. Really looks quite cute. And obviously very warm and cozy. Another setup here of a planner from Marianne. And here she's got Heartfelt Home / Holidays. This is a double. This just shows how beautifully those two kits go together. We've got the Heartfelt Home papers and the Heartfelt Holidays washi along the bottom of the page. What a lovely planner setup. Very in the season, Marianne. Good job. Ruth has created here so Ruth had posted a number of photos of her Coastal Escape Melody setup. I just picked one of the pages to show the spread, but the whole thing beautifully thought through, and it's going to be a wonderful tool for planning and memory keeping. Oh my gosh, I needed to share this. This is so Angela's son had created a project, a school project, celebrating his grandma, which I assume is Angela's mum. And they've used So Crafty to really illustrate Angela's mum or Angela's son's grandma, her love of sewing and creating. What a cool thing to do, and it shows the versatility of the kits. Shannon's created a monthly layout here featuring Christmas at Home. Really neat there. We've got there's another one from Shannon here, which is a journaling page, or rather a creative journaling page featuring Christmas at home. Not Christmas at home, silly me. That's Heartfelt Holidays. And then we have a weekly layout from Lorena, and this is featuring Dream Chaser. I really like that. It's quite a neat kit. What are you playing? Hey Lachlan, can we turn the iPad down, please? Thank you. He was playing the video where he gets roused at for squeezing the puppy.
Okay, come on. No. Oh my gosh.
Bianca has created a really beautiful weekly layout here, and this is using Babe It's Christmas. So Babe It's Christmas, I think this must be the digital kit, unless you've still got some of the stickers laying around, Bianca. Either way, looks really cool. And then this is another weekly layout from Bianca, also using Babe It's Christmas in a larger format. Bianca keeps a number of planners. I know you post in the posts, Bianca, what they are. I think this is your on-the-go planner, and then this guy is your main planner. And then now I'm confused because you've got three that you're going to have to tell us. And here we have a monthly layout featuring Heartfelt Holidays, and very, very seasonal. I love it. And lucky last, we have a layout from Tamika here, and this is I've called it a weekly layout, but it's clearly a monthly layout. I wasn't paying attention, probably because it was the last one. And this is celebrating the season, very festive, and looks like you're going to have a fabulous time over the holidays. So that is show and tell. I don't press the finish button, do I, Sam? That would finish the live.
That would finish the live. Do you want to swap?
Yeah. Are you right?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, good job, everybody, on the show and tell items. Really inspirational.
Thank you.
That's the other chair.
Oh. There you go. Okie dokie.
I'm just going to hang it here.
Okay, thank you to everybody who shared for show and tell. For your chance to be featured, please use the hashtag #VAShowandTell, and you may be featured next week.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. There was about half a dozen people who hadn't used it this week, so you missed out.
Oh, that's sad.
And some of them were really good.
Mm.
Well, all of them were really
so
good.
So we take it as, like, the show and tell, using the PA show and tell hashtag means that you're giving us permission to use it on our broadcast.
Can I just jump in?
No. No. Why?
Well, I wanted to talk about I wasn't going to show those. This one.
Why?
Why?
Locket, sound down, please.
I wanted to talk about how the journey of the hard work you put in to get the right product.
Okay.
So I've been going through and clearing out more stuff. I found more past kits that are going to be good as well that are sold out. I don't look suspicious. So I've been clearing out some of the old projects, folders and files and those kind of things from our storage area, otherwise known as the garage. And amongst them, I found this neat little thing.
No, it's not Thunder.
No, it's not Thunder. So this is one of Sam's original concepts when she was coming up with what would become our melody.
No, it was before the melody. That was when we were looking at doing a planner.
Yeah, but this was
one of the original TN.
Became the original TN, that's right.
Mm.
Because this was, I was looking around for it. It eventually became...
Okay.
Isn't that? Yeah. It eventually became this. From that.
So this is actually probably an even better check of our QA.
Yeah.
Because this was a sample that I got made, and I don't know if you can see, but it's like...
It's all bubbling and...
super wrinkly, and I was just like, yeah, no, you're not going to do that.
Yeah. So I guess I just, one of our shortfalls is that it takes a long time to do things, but the reason it takes a long time for us to do things is that Sam puts in an awful amount of work to make sure that everything is really just right and that everything ends up being beautiful and perfect once it's in your hands. And it's kind of that, I think it's that attention to detail and that focus on quality and making sure it's just right. And once you get it, it just works. That's one of the real points of difference.
Yeah.
For us.
Which we've taken to a whole new, I hate this term, but a whole new level with chapters. But we've really, it's really designed as a whole system.
Yeah.
Like it's a whole new way of everything fitting together, which has been just exhausting.
Yeah.
But I can't wait to get it all.
Anyway, so I just wanted to just point out that there's a whole bunch of other ones in the box as well.
You found the didn't get made samples box.
I found the didn't get made samples box.
Yeah.
So that's kind of, I think it's really it really shows the importance that it is placed on getting things just right.
Yeah. Do we have an estimated shipping time for the pre-orders? I think it will be quite good because it'll be over the hump of Christmas.
Yeah, I think it'll be this probably the end of the first week of January, maybe the second week, depending. The biggest thing I'm worried about from a lead time point of view is the notebook. Everything else is pretty easy with that. The melodies, usually it's the melodies that hold us up. This time I don't think it's going to be the melodies.
Yeah.
This time it's going to be the notebook. I don't know. I'm going to go check. I'm going to go check.
Lockie has been taking Mr. Grouperfish out for a tour of the house. Now he's on the couch. Okay, cool. So we have to, and there was just a really odd noise. I don't know if you noticed while Michael was talking, then flicked off into parent mode, and I'm just trying to listen very intently for what Lockie's doing. He's been taking Mr. Grouper out and showing him around. And we're like, no, he needs to sit in the tank. Mr. Grouper is a big, chunky goldfish.
He's a big fish.
Who just he looks like he's dead half the time, but he's really just chilling on like one of the greenery and just like relaxing.
If you had the option of not swimming and just hanging out on a tree branch, what would you do? Hang out on a tree branch.
Yeah.
Every time he gets fed, he's like, oh, I'm going to eat all that.
Yeah, pretty much. He's like, oh. Your work is absolutely amazing and I love it. The quality is outstanding and it's all held up through my rough use of stuff. And yeah, that's the thing. So we're really, we like to push things with our suppliers. I'm sure my suppliers hate me. But it's something I do because I want to use the products too and I want to make sure that they're right. Sometimes that has meant that things are a little bit later, but it also means that, we are really happy with the products. And this chapter stuff is the whole concept of changing the kits over I wanted to do a year ago. Like we had the names Planner Lover, Sticker Lover for over a year. But I couldn't pull it together last year. And then this year with Jamie's help, I was able to get the designs pumped through fast enough to make it happen. And so we're doing it this year. It has been a much more monumental change than I realized because it wasn't just a quick, like there was no one for one. We were designing a system. But yeah, it's absolutely worth it. And I just really want to say at this point, from the bottom of my heart, thank you to everybody who is cheering us on through this change and saying how excited they are for all the things. Like I know that we've been drip feeding out the previews slowly, way slower than what I wanted, but like hearing that you're all so excited and that is the main thing that I'm seeing is just amazing. Like, and we can't thank you enough. And we are getting through them as much as possible, as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I dreamt of you last week at the live. I just want you to know how much I love you and your family. Thank you, Diana. Oh, yes, Parenty is and knows. Yes, that's, with autistic kids. Even when they're 39. Yes, he is a chunky goldfish.
Yeah.
Oh, chonka.
He's huge.
He's a chonky.
He's huge.
Okay, hold on. Regarding Yvonne has just asked regarding stencils, maybe background stencils. Would consider doing those dies or doing dies or die and stamp sets and 3D embossing folders. I did actually think about that, and I was actually worried that we wouldn't make the minimums because we don't have as many people who, like, if we thought that our papers were a small range, I think those people who have a die cutting machine are even smaller.
Problems,
you know what I'm talking
problems of scale. I don't know exactly what you're talking about, but
it's a roll, like it rolls through. It's literally a
I do know what you're talking about.
The mini one.
Yeah. I think Yeah, we are looking forward in 2024 to welcoming a whole bunch of new customers. One of the reasons that we've changed the makeup of our kits is we think to appeal a little more easily to a broader range of people. So we hope that by the end of 2024 that we'll be able to do those things, because our problem of scale will have not resolved itself, because we're always going to be, well, we don't, not always, but we don't ever intend to be, enormous and employing hundreds of people. We want to still have that proximity to our customers. But we think that growing a little bit will help us with some of those problems of scale and allow us to do things like that.
I'm not doing a plan with me today. I'm way too zonked. I'm very much suffering from a lack of sleep, as you may have noticed at the start of the live, and how I've bumbled all the way through this live. And due to, I just need to get all this stuff designed, so then I can think about doing more plan with me's and having some downtime, because my head is definitely all wrapped up in that. Yeah. Yeah, the die cut, the die cut machines, they're very cool, but I just don't know if we'd make the minimums to make the actual dies. It would be cool, but yeah. Really? I think dies have a restriction. Well, that would be odd, because they're just metal, right?
I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, Bianca had a dream where somebody stole all of her PA stuff, and she woke up her husband saying, "Give it back." That's funny. Yeah. So I think that's it on the photopolymer stamps. It's trying to find a supplier really who, they won't be in their, I can't remember what they're called. I don't believe they're photopolymer. They're there's a different word for it. Morning. It's trying to find a supplier who does it.
Yeah.
And the cost, we would have to jump up the cost of the kit considerably to do that as well.
Yeah.
You just look like you were going to say something, so.
Yeah, give us a minute. You're really, really hungry. Well,
we have to go anyway. It's time for us to head off, because I need to finish this.
This is work.
This is also work. But I have to actually design some stuff so that I can get all the pretties up for Friday, 11 a.m. We are selling the things.
Amazing.
Thanks. Yeah. So anyway, thank you all so much for, there we go. I'm good with the current stance. Yeah, I think they're a good mix of, like a relatively good quality, great designs, if I do say so myself, and a good price.
Yeah. I mean, so our stamps are silicon, but from what I can read, photopolymer is just a marketing term for silicon. Well, that's what the tech... okay. All right. I'm corrected.
Anyway, that is it. That is our live. Oh, thank you, Lisa. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And be sure to comment on the live after it's over, because that continues telling YouTube that people like to watch us after. Anyway, thank you so much for joining. I will have more pretties to show during the week. Keep an eye out on the group. If you're not already, make sure you're on our mailing list. Yeah, and we will see you all next week.
Bye.
It's always the end button.